On the 7th day of the Emily Awards, my true love gave to me 7 cups of coffee, 6 maracas shaking, 4 feet of racing, 3 adult onesies, 2 hands of brushing, and a baby pulling stuff off my tree.
Hi guys, we made it to the finale! Woo! This was like my personal reward to myself, was getting to wear a robe for the finale. It's like I said, I'm gonna do 7 days of videos, but at the last one I'm wearing a robe. Guys, I'm going crazy. At the time I'm shooting this, I am so like knee deep in editing. This is so much work. These are so many videos. So much in each video. Like, help. Factor in 2 kids and Christmas stuff and just all the other life things. Like, this is a lot. So I would like to propose a toast, specifically to everybody else who is wearing a bathrobe right now on this Saturday morning, holding their coffee mug. Thank you for watching the Emily Awards. Thank you for all the kind words and encouragement. Here's to another year of great product finds, friendships made, and being a small part of the happy, wonderful, drama-free corner of the YouTube beauty community. I love you guys. Cheers to that. Now let's finale. I got some MVPs in this video, as I like to do every year. I choose some MVPs, most valuable products. Those will be addressed here, and I've just got some various categories to start things off with that I think tie up a lot of loose ends, some questions you might still be having even after the 8 million categories I've already covered. Number 1, best brushes. All right, the award this year is going to the most underappreciated yet most used, biggest workhorse type product in my collection, and it's my Sigma eye brushes. I mean, I use these all the time. These 3 specifically. I have my E60, my E25, my E40 for blending, and a couple of these are part of like the original Sigma when they were numbered SS252. Like, Sigma started during some of my earliest days on YouTube, and I have some of the original brushes, and they still work amazingly well. But like, this is the stuff I use for my eye looks every day. And when I stumble across like a new foundation-y brush, whether it's Sigma or any brand, like, I seem to talk about that a little bit more if it pertains to some other interesting technique on the face, but the eye brushes get no love. I'll seriously say sometimes like, okay, I'm gonna use my E25 blah blah blah, but they get no appreciation. It's like they're such a constant, they just sort of float around in the background, and they need to be seen and heard now. So my Sigma eye brushes, I'm gonna say those are my MVP brushes. And in addition to like these 3, I've got my E21 smudge brush. I've got the E36, which I've nicknamed Wispy White, and that's like the really fine one that's really good around the borders. They've just got so many fantastic go-to brushes that I seriously use every single day. This year I decided to create an award for best sponge, and that is going to this sponge from NYX. I think this is the best of all worlds combined into a sponge here, and I will link to the video where I expanded on this even more. This is its pre-moistened size, so this is as small as it gets, and then once you saturate it with water, you know, under the sink, and then you wring it out, it gets a little bigger. But the reason why I love this so much is it does have the flat edge, which I kind of like flat edges for baking perhaps, or maybe you just like that to do the blending on your foundation. But then you've got the rounded bottom that a beauty blender would give you. So if you enjoy bouncing the product in, you can do that, right? It's sort of like a fusion of a Real Techniques sponge and a beauty blender, and I love the shape it comes to right here. If you will put your finger on the flat part, then use that little rounded area to get around the inner part of your eye, it's so perfect. So it's a great low-cost sponge. You'll love the texture and the softness, like, it's awesome, but it contains elements of a couple great sponges and puts them all in one. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze here. I might have a category for must-have tool. Is my hair bothering you guys as much as it's bothering me? Don't answer that question. I tried to do a cute bun on top of my head and it just wasn't working, so we're gonna have to just deal. Okay, must-have tool, without a doubt, my Tweezerman Pro Curl Lash Curler. Once you try this, odds are you're gonna realize just how bad life was with the old lash curler that you were once using. And I've used some great lash curlers over time, but this is all about shape. And if you have kind of a round eye, this is gonna really, really suit you. And basically, it grabs every lash. It's as close as I think I would ever come to a custom fitted lash curler. Do they even make those anywhere? Like, if they did, that would be kind of cool. But this really fits the eye. It comes in contact very closely with my lash line. It's got enough squish. See the squish level there? An eyelash curler has to have a little squish. That's how the curl gets really set in there. And you guys know about my lashes. They don't really like to curl, so I need a good lash curler. It's gonna whip them into shape. And so this is really good. And it's rose gold, so there's that. I am just living it up in this video, don't mind me. Category number 4, best dual purpose item. Never had this category really in the Emily Awards before, but basically it's like a product that I don't use for its intended function. And it's become this must-have in my collection, even though I don't use it for, you know, what it was mapped out to be. So can anybody think of what this might be? It is the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Highlighter, and I use this in my lower inner rim. And if you don't think that small detail of doing makeup doesn't transform a look, like, you're nuts, because you gotta put this in there, and it totally takes the white of your eye and it makes your eyes look bigger, brighter, more wide awake. It's a perfect tone. It's not stark white, it's just got that little bit of peachy pinkness in there. It transfers in so easily. Like, I was needing something that would basically take the place of my Milani shadow eyes, because those sticks, they're not really selling them anymore. And this is nice and soft, and you could absolutely use this up under the brow and highlight that area. There's no shimmer in it, but it just glides on the lower inner rim and it really lasts, so that's awesome. The ultimate sum up for a product in the Emily Awards. That's awesome. Now we're gonna get into some MVPs, and I'm gonna name an MVP for nails. And much of the year, my nails went like untouched, bad condition, just because there is no time. Like, I can't afford the dry time. When you got a baby less than a year old, you got a 3-year-old who's wanting to do all kinds of stuff, it's like nails are not top priority for me. They're just not. My friend Anna became a stylist for a brand called Color Street. I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but these are 100% real nail polish strips. I am not a nail person. I am very much into makeup, but I am very much not into nails. So this is what the non-nail person kind of needs. These are strips, you peel them off. I've done Jamberry before, and while I really love some of the looks that I got with those, they were kind of a pain to put on. This is actually a strip of nail polish, and you lay it on there and you very easily like tear off the excess, and it's a simple process. I've got them on now, and this style that I've got on here, this glittery bronze, the glitters are my favorites, and these are kind of on their way out. I'm about ready to do a fresh manicure, but it is zero dry time because it's just the strip, but it still is actual nail polish. They remove with nail polish remover. And something that I think is really cool is they sell just solid colors. They sell patterns like this. I'm excited to wear that for Christmas, this kind of red and black checkered. And then I have a gold glitter here too. The glitters just look so flawless on the nails. Like, if you've got any amount of rippling or texture on your nail itself, you put those glitters on, they look so super smooth. But it is without a doubt the easiest nail related thing I've ever done. Plus no drying time to worry about. I've found these to last, I would say, solidly between 1 and 2 weeks. Sometimes I just notice a little wear around the tips, but my nails grow pretty fast, and the main reason why I would redo them is just having that little bit of growth around the cuticle. Made in the USA, you can buy them online, so I'll link to Anna's info below, but that's a really cool find this year. I have 2 MVPs for body here. One is incredibly luxurious and decadent, and the other is just like basic necessity. So I'll talk about the luxurious one first. It's the best smelling body butter of your life. It's this Pistache Skincare Pistachio Body Butter. This randomly came into my P.O. box, and I could not believe the scent. The scent is so freaking good. It's so good. Like, Tyler could not believe how good this smelled. I couldn't believe it. It's sweet. I mean, they definitely got that pistachio thing working there. Made with pistachio oil. You could put this on, you could eat some pistachio ice cream or pistachio pudding and just be living the life. Like, I love this. And here's a big thing about this. Sometimes I can't wear like the super fragranced lotions. For example, certain ones from Bath and Body Works, I put them on my legs if I've just shaved. It's a real situation there. I get a lot of irritation. This, while it's I think strongly scented and very like, It's just so strong, this product scent-wise, but I can put it on my legs, zero irritation. It says made with natural and organic ingredients, and it just fills me with joy, like putting this on. It's an experience. It's such a good texture. Thick, but not so thick that you spend forever blending over it. If you're familiar with the Body Shop body butters, it's a little more soft and silky than those, but I love that stuff. That's worth looking into for sure. And then my basic necessity that has been just the best deodorant ever over the year is the Dove Dry Spray Invisible. This one has the blue cap. I think I prefer the scent that has the like light pink cap, but you want the kind that says no white marks on 100 colors. And I sweat, I get hot. Best deodorant. I mean, I thought the Oprah's Life Class Secret Clinical was the best deodorant I've ever tried, but this is seriously light as air, but it works. Gotta give credit where credit is due. I think I initially discovered this from Makeup by Tiffany D, and yeah, definitely what you want. Pretty sky alert back here over my shoulder. My MVP for hair. Gotta give this up to the Candy Johnson Sparkling Cider Shampoo that is a collaboration with OGX. I think this brand used to go by Organics. The conditioner, for that matter, is great from this line. And if you tried any other scents, like I think they have a sugar cookie scent and some different ones, which I have not tried, but the Sparkling Cider is blowing my mind. I love the smell. It's kind of cinnamony and warm. It really suds up nicely in my hair. My hair has a tendency to want to be borderline oily. Well, not always, but it kind of tends to get that way quickly. And I think this helps it maybe be a little more volumized and a little less oily. It kind of stinks that it's limited edition, and I think they're crazy if they don't like adopt this scent into their line, but it's so wonderful and I look forward to showering because of that. My skincare MVP or co-MVPs, definitely my argan oil skincare regimen. I use the Josie Maran Pure Argan Milk, the intensive hydrating treatment, and then a little bit of the oil on top of that at nighttime, and it's so good. I think it's been great for my skin, really great this time of year as you're drying out more. I have a full video where I talked about these and a few other things that I got in a QVC Today special value. But the milk is mostly what I use, and then I target a few zones with the oil, like my driest areas, or the places on my skin where I'm feeling like I'm most wrinkle prone, and they just work really nice. Like put these on at nighttime with your Laneige lip sleeping mask, and you're gonna just wake up to dewy wonderfulness in the morning. But not dewy in a bad way, just hydrated, you know? Now my last three categories here, I've got an MVP for face, eyes, and lips. So this is where I kind of look back on all those categories that I had in the Emily Awards, and I think, like, what was the most game-changing find in face, for example? And this year, for me, I think it's definitely the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. When I think about a product I wouldn't want to be without, when I think about a product that I can pair with a lot of different things, but this sort of remains the constant that keeps the look looking good. I can put this on top of a variety of foundations or concealers and really be happy with not only the way it looks initially, but the way it wears throughout the day. I think I can get away with using less of this powder compared to other powders you might bake with. Wearing it today just kind of lightly, and I think it's a gorgeous finish on the skin. So yeah, that's a product I would not want to be without. My MVP for eyes is what I am wearing today on my eyes as eyeshadow. Does anybody know what it is? It's my Viseart Theory palette in Amethyst, and really just the Viseart Theory palettes in general. This stuff is truly just some of the best eyeshadow available. If you want to experience that, I would say get a Theory palette because, as I've said before, it's the half matte, half shimmer. I kind of love the small simplicity of these palettes, and it was close because I love my Lorac Mega Pro 4. I mean, you guys know I've got a real attachment to that palette, but there's also something specifically to be said for this palette and how good these purples are, because purples seem to be a thing that, like, you got a palette full of shades, whatever given brand it might be, might not be doing the purples very well. Like, it's a harder shade to just get right, it seems like, and everything in here is so strong and so beautiful. The shimmers in here are just as good as the mattes, and Viseart needs to be just applauded for how well they executed this. And also the pans do come out, like they're magnetic in there. So if you've got multiple Theory palettes, you can definitely customize it and take shades from one and put them in another. So that's really cool too. And my MVP for lips, I kind of think of it as the surprising find of the year. Like, it's a drugstore item. I so love the colors, the finish on the lips, the feel on the lips, and it's the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Gloss. And I'm wearing one of my minis here, this berry shade. I'll have to put in the info box below exactly what shade that is, because honestly the print is so small I can't even see it. But this is what the full sizes look like. If you missed the lips video, I talked about these, of course, already. What the heck is a matte gloss? This is a matte gloss. Like, it's creamy. It feels nice and creamy, but yet it's still matte. You might notice a teeny hint of shine when you've freshly applied one of these, but they're comfortable on the lips. And I think these are shouting at the world, you can have matte lips but not be uncomfortable. Really nice staying power too. They wear very evenly. They're not a patchy, flake off your lips type of thing. They offer some moisture to your lips, and that's what keeps them wearing evenly, I think. I hope when I warned you guys and I told y'all that you gotta get that set that Ulta had, I hope you got it, because that's no longer available as far as I know. But they did a fantastic little set of minis, and it was just, you know, a great way to sample it all. So everybody, that's the Emily Awards for this year. That's 7 videos worth of Emily Awards. I can't believe it. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for all your time, your wonderful feedback. I wish I could just hug you right now. I am so, so grateful for the time that you spend with me watching these videos and chatting with me in the comments. It really means the world to me, and I just cannot say thank you enough. I appreciate you, and I love you so much. Bye, guys.